watching
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next the newest episode of Shadoweye, episode 11. Holy crap, we finally got past the 11th episode mark. Woohoo! Today we are ranking all 15 of the DC animated universe movie films. This is going to be a very, very huge. It's like 15 movies. We're going to be ranking the 15 movies. I don't know if Sour, because I know Sour told me he didn't really watch all of them, which is okay. Which is a-okay. Nindroid, you saw all of them, correct?
Yes.
I actually did an entire marathon of these movies. I watched them back to back in order to get ready for this list. What is up, Deshaun? How's it going? This was, and when I say this was the hardest list I've ever did, it was really difficult because none of these movies are bad.
Yes.
Like these movies are really good. Mm-hmm. So when it came down to really just ranking them, it mainly came down to my overall enjoyment and overall just looking at the films going back to back. I had to go with what was the most fair score, or just more the fair rankings I can give it. Because let me tell you, the list that I have I don't even really think is like my official list. It's just more like the films that I kind of thought about, initially. But I think eventually I'll go back and maybe do like a separate video doing like an official ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you know what? This stream is going to be very fun, I hope. Because we're talking superheroes today. This is the first episode in a while that we're actually doing freaking stuff. Where we're not talking about The Office or we're not doing memes. We're just talking superheroes.
Yay.
So before we begin, Nindroid, tell everybody where they can find you at.
Alrighty, you guys can personally find me on my own YouTube channel, Nindroid243, in which we are trying to get up to 200 subscribers before Friday's stream, Galactic Chat, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We are trying to make that be the 200 subscriber special because that is also the season finale of Season 4. And our Season 4 was, I'm not even going to say it was actually bad. It was actually kind of okay.
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, it was just okay, alright. You guys also can find me on Twitter at Nindroid243, on Austinator's live stream, Splash Talk, and Shadoweye, as well as in the chats of the Chaos Crew and Robert Storm, Storm Nation, and yeah. So thank you, Austin, for having me on.
No problem. It's always a pleasure. Next up, we have Sauerkraut. Where can they find you at?
Hello, everybody. I'm gonna say it in a robot voice, because why not? Hello, everybody. My name is Sauerkraut, ! You can find me on YouTube with the name you see on screen right now. You can also find me on Instagram at Sauerkraut06 and also on Discord at Sauerkraut ! Number 4433. And you can find me also on these two lovely, sexy, cute people channel. These cute dudes channels. I don't know. these lovely people's channels as well. where I stream with them because it is fun and I enjoy it. That was so fucking stupid.
Indeed, it was.
It was very, very well. It was very, very good. Honestly, for me, I just do a bunch of stuff per week. I have a show on Sundays, Shadoweye, which you're watching right now, where today we're ranking the DC animated films. I don't know what I'm doing next week. I'll do something, I promise. Saturday, I do Splash Talk. It's going to be moved to Saturdays now because of scheduling conflicts. And Fridays, this Friday will just be a live discussion, so it's going to be a shit show. So check that out. Also, so starting tomorrow, I want to get back into doing some more Arkham. So there's going to be some Arkham City. Really, some more Arkham City this coming week. And also, I am the moderator for Big Ford Entertainment, the Real Review 3000, Comic Chat, and also and Chaos Central. So please go check me out there. Also on Sundays, you find me on the Real Review 3000 Chris Knight's channel for randomness at its finest. Later on tonight, weekly wrap up. My apologies. Later on tonight, you can find me on Randomness at its finest on JJ, aka Sithlord 3827's channel. Sorry for the mix-up. And you can find me occasionally on LDG Pixels backstage on Geeks Enjoy Nerd Erotica, where it's not porn until Nerdgasms, where it actually is. Also, I have Twitter at TheAustinator17, so if you want updates on when I stream, check me out there. People, are you ready for this ranking?
Oh, heck yeah, I am.
But first, let's look at Deshaun's ranking so far. He said number 15 is Wonder Woman Bloodlines. Number 14 is Batman Bad Blood. Number 13 is Justice League Throne of Atlantis. Number 12 is Batman vs. Robin. Number 11 is Justice League vs. Teen Titans. Number 10 is Teen Titans The Judas Contract. And number 9, Justice League War.
Yeah, I have a different list than that.
Yeah, I have a really different list. Ninja, let's start with you. What's your number 15?
Number 15 is Batman Bad Blood, actually.
Okay.
To me, Batman Bad Blood, it's a good movie, but it's not, to me, the best movie. If you understand what I mean. I'm just ranking it on just
I don't.
what I like
please
more.
Understand. Please.
Please understand, my God. You better understand, or else I'll get Mickey Mouse. We'll make Mickey Mouse.
No, not Mickey Mouse. We have enough of Disney.
Ha-ha!
To tell you the truth, Batman Bad Blood is actually up high on my list.
Really?
I actually enjoyed it.
No, I enjoyed it also.
Never watched it. Hey.
I enjoy it also. It's just it's not one of my favorites. That's
it's not like it wouldn't be my top 10, but it's actually a very strong movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I guess it's what, Austin?
I said you can continue.
Oh, okay. Well, next would have to be the Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. Okay. I wasn't the biggest fan of this movie. I thought it was good, but it wasn't the best. It's almost like Batman Bad Blood, actually, for me. I will say, though, I like the other Suicide Squad movie that was animated. The Arkham Breakout one, or whatever it's called.
You mean Assault on Arkham?
Yeah, Assault on Arkham. I like that one more than this one. So, yeah. Alright, so let me look back on my list. Boom, boom, boom. Next would have to be Justice League Throne on Atlantis. Yes, I said of. Okay, yeah. Now I said it. all right. I mean, like, it was good. Not my favorite. I'm seriously just repeating myself.
So that's all you're saying. It's like this DC animated movie was good, but it's not my favorite. Continuously until you get number one. It's like this DC movie is really good, and it is my favorite. Boom! I'm done with my list. Okay, Sauerkraut, you're next.
Okay. Just okay. You know what? I'm just gonna read it. Just like Throne of Atlantis would be next. Then Wonder Woman Bloodline. Wonder Woman Bloodline was fine. Then it would have to be which one? The Flashpoint Paradox.
Whoa, it's really that low?
Oh wait, no, sorry, I forgot. Justice League versus Teen Titans. My bad. Yes, it is a little bit low on my list. I'm not the biggest Flash guy. That's the thing. Then we keep on going, and that would have to then go to Batman Hush would be next. I actually like Batman Hush. Then it would be. Oh my god, my dog is now attacking me. Who wants to see my dog?
Good. Get him, dog.
Oh, well, now he just left. Okay, Justice League Dark would be
Like,
next.
fuck this shit, I'm out.
He's like, fuck this shit about boom. Also, speaking of which, just quickly mention Chris is having internet problems, and I'll be right back.
Who's having internet problems?
Right, well. Chris, I think.
Chris is having internet. Wait, then what does that have to?
That's fine.
I don't know. Sean's
I
like,
have
guys,
no
messed
idea.
with my
Maybe
list.
like later tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's fine, Sean. You know, hey, it's all right. All right. I guess I'll just go through my list. I don't know how many Ninja went through. I think he went through the first few, so I'll do that as well. I'll try to go into a little bit more detail.
Mm-hmm.
My number 15 is actually going to be Justice League Dark. The biggest problem with this movie for me is I feel like it was a little too slow, and it was actually kind of boring at times. The villain really wasn't intriguing to me. And even though Batman's pretty cool and I like Constantine, there was really no standout besides like Etrigan, Constantine, and I mean, I will say the characters are interesting and that's what kept me going. But they didn't really stand out to a point where I was like, oh my god, like this is my favorite movie. No, it was actually the weakest for me because I was actually not interested while watching it. It was just fine, I guess. It's competently done. I would rather watch it over some of the animated movies, but it's just not a very strong one as of my list. My number 14 is Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay. Again, the movie itself is good, but the problem for me is I feel like it's way too comical. Like it definitely isn't as tonally consistent with the other DC movies because for the most part, even if a couple of the DC animated movies were serious or like lighthearted, it was still serious enough to where I could see it being a DC film. But this movie felt way too silly. But with that being said, though, it is a fun movie. I'm not denying that. But I like Reverse Flash. I like that it ties back into Flashpoint. I like how they address that. But again, I didn't find this movie to be as enjoyable as I wanted it to be. Definitely better than the live action Suicide Squad, but not as good as I would have hoped. My number 13 is actually going to be Batman Hush. Again, this movie and the biggest problem with this movie is the twist. I think everything leading up to it was fantastic. Like, just the stuff, like, just the first hour where Batman's fighting Superman, you know, he brutally beats up the Joker. Even, like, the beginning with Bane. I thought everything up to that point was awesome. But then when the reveal was that Hush was the Riddler, it was poorly done. I would say the twist was really stupid, and it actually kind of ruined it for me. Don't get me wrong, I still really do enjoy Batman. I still enjoy Batman Hush, but just the twist was bad. I hated the twist. My number 12 is going to be Justice League War. Now, keep in mind, this list is not necessarily going to be... This isn't my final list, but it's kind of like a work in progress. But the reason why I have Justice League War this low is because while it is technically the first movie of this universe, I did find some things to be kind of just like, I think the comedy doesn't really work here, but I did like the banter between Green Lantern and Batman. I like the stuff where they introduced Cyborg. This movie was basically Cyborg's origin story, and this was really the Justice League's origin story, because even at the end, they're not called the Justice League, they're called the Super Seven, which I've also really enjoyed. Overall, though, it's a very strong film, though, I will admit. Very, very strong. And we got the Gilkman. We got Thomas. Hail Thomas. We got Thomas says, Batman Mask of the Phantasm is my favorite of all the DC anime. It is a really good movie, I will admit. Very, very good movie. Really, really good. Let's see here. Sean's number 16, Wonder Woman Bloodlines. Number 15, the Constantine movie. Number 14, Batman Bad Blood. Number 13, Batman Hush. Number 12, Justice League Dark. Number 11, Batman vs. Robin. Number 10, Justice League Dawn of Atlantis. Number 9, Justice League vs. Teen Titans. Very, very solid list. Let's see here. Next up for my... Justice League War. This is the first time we've seen Darkseid, which I think Darkseid was a badass in this movie. Because Darkseid is always a badass, let's be fair. I like Darkseid. I like the introduction of the characters, but overall, though, I think the comedy does kind of hurt the movie. Because, again, even though it's mainly serious, the comedy just doesn't really work. If that makes any sense. That's just me, though. Like, I kind of prefer it to be a little more serious. Which, while some of the other ones are actually more serious, I do think that even, like, the ones that are higher up, I think they were able to balance the lighthearted stuff with the serious stuff. But overall, though, I just think Justice League War was probably one of the weaker ones. At least for just this initial list, it's the weakest one. It's not my final list, but it's just... Right now, it's not. It's basically my number 12. Ninjoid, I see that you're back. So, yes. just to give you a recap, my number 15 was Justice League Dark. Number 14 was Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. Number 13 for me was Batman Hush. And number 12 was Justice League War.
Okay.
Are you on number 11?
I'm pretty sure I am.
All right, what is your number 11?
Okay, so my number 11 is Justice League War. It was... I'm not even going to say it. Just Justice League War. There. It was good, but not that good.
For me, my number 11 was Justice League versus Teen Titans. This was the big problem for me with this movie, is the misleading title. Because it was called Justice League versus Teen Titans, and it only happened once, and it was like for 2 minutes. It was very misleading. You could have called it something else, and it would have been a better movie. it's not that the movie itself was bad. This was kind of one of those examples where it was able to balance the lighthearted stuff with the serious stuff. Like, I like Damien and Raven's progression with their relationship in this movie, or just Damien's progression in this film in general, I thought was very well done. Trigon being a villain made sense. I like that Trigon corrupted Superman. And then but again, that's the problem, is that there was really no conflict between the Teen Titans and Justice League other than that quick little few seconds of, we're just going to argue and that's it. Because at least with the other Versus movie that's on my list, it actually works. But here, it just didn't work. Because there was no conflict. They fought for 2 minutes, and even then, it really wasn't even them fighting. It was like them versus Trigon. So if you called it maybe Justice League Teen Titans as something with Hell in the title, I mean, you could do something like that, but it just didn't really work for me, unfortunately. It's still a good movie. I still think it definitely has a Teen Titans feel to it, but it's just not the strongest for me, and it's definitely not the strongest Teen Titans movie on this list because the other one is actually very high up on my list. So that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Sean's number 8 is the Teen Titans: The Judas Contract. Number 7, Son of Batman. Number 6, Justice League War. Number 5, Reign of the Supermen. Number 4, The Death of Superman. Then Flashpoint, and then Apocalypse War.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice list. All right, Ninjoid, what is your number 10?
Alrighty, so Death of Superman. That movie was very good, in my own personal opinion. It's just not the best. Oh my god. No, to be serious, that movie just kicked ass. Loved Doomsday in it, Then coming up next would have to be the Teen Titans, the Judicial
the
contract.
Judas Contract.
Judas, whatever.
Judicial contract. What is this, American government?
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is now. It is. I mean, I
Definitely.
really... Yeah, it is definitely. I mean, to me, this was the best thing that we've seen with the tie-in since the original cartoon. I love the movie a whole lot, and I actually agree because this is one of the movies that I had to go back because I missed it. Oh my god, I loved they're teasing with Raven and Damien's relationship was very key throughout all the movies. So very good job for Teen Titans. The Judas Contract. No, it's the Judicial. It's the Judicial, guys.
Yeah, it's definitely that.
Yeah. All right. Next is the Reign of the Supermen. I missed this movie also, and I had to go watch it. My God, I actually really do dig this movie. I'm surprised how much I actually dug it because I'm not the biggest Superman guy. That's the thing.
How can you dig a movie?
So, what?
How can you dig a movie? It's not in the ground unless you put a DVD or Blu-ray disc on the ground and then dig.
Well, you know what? Here's also a question. How can I put sunglasses on you? Huh?
No!
Huh?
Aaron got the drip!
And let me just murder you. Oh, there, I just murdered him.
Thank you. I always wanted to die. I never did it before. I always wanted to try it.
Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. But I really dug that movie. Then going to.
It
I'm
was
pretty
good,
sure
but not the best.
it was good, but not the best. All right, so I actually have. I did rank the rest of them, so now I have 3 more, according to what I was reading. And those being my number 3rd is drumroll, please. Yes,
No,
it is
fuck you.
Batman versus Robin. The thing that you see in the background right now.
Ooh.
I missed this movie out also. I love this though. I love the movie. I don't fucking care. I love the movie.
It's a very good movie.
It is a really good movie, and
You
fuck
want to
you
fuck
all
the
if you
movie.
hate it.
It's actually really high up in my list. It's so good.
Well, it's my number 3, so I really do love it. And that's the thing, I'm a huge Batman guy, so of course I like this. Then coming up at number 2 is drumroll, please. Oh yeah, it's
No.
Justice League Dark Apocalypse War.
Really, it's your number 2?
Yes, it's my number 2
Who would have thunk?
because I love this. I loved everything in this movie for the most part. Like, I will say there are pretty gruesome scenes that I'm like, what the hell? But guess what? I like it though that they did that. And then I love Darkseid in it as well, and he basically made Batman his own pawn. I love that, and I love that. Just Raven and Damien's. I ship them, guys. I ship them actually. I ship them, not like Laneo, like Austin always ships.
It's Endgame.
No, it's not. But
Yes, it is.
no, it's not. Also, I like the idea that they're all like some of them are cyborgs, such as like Wonder Woman was a cyborg, Hawkman was a cyborg. I like that. That's a different thing, and I really dug this movie, and I loved Constantine's and Zatanna's relationship deeply in this movie as well. You know, how Zatanna died in the beginning. And yeah, guys, you actually realize I'm talking a lot about this movie. It's not just like, it's good, but it's not the best. And then my number 1 is going to have to be Son of Batman, actually. Now, here's the thing with Son of Batman. I love that movie. And it was the very first DC animated movie I've ever seen. Or saw. Sorry, my bad. I love that movie. Like, seriously. I love Damian Wayne. Like, seriously, Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. So that's why I really did dig this movie. I loved everything with just the beginning sequence with Killer Croc. I really like the relationship with Damian and Batman. That's my really main thing with that movie. And yeah, that's my list.
Very, very nice. Deshaun says, I liked Batman Hush, but I hate the twist because Batman Hush, the first comic I read, I was so pissed. Yeah, the twist was a problem for me too.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I would say everything leading up to the ending was really good, but then once the twist happened, I'm like, that doesn't work. And then Deshaun's like, I watched Justice League Dark Apocalypse War 2 times. I will never go back watching that movie ever again.
What, you don't like that movie, this show?
No, he said he has it in his number 1, but he said he's not going to watch it again. I think it's one of those movies where I think it's like good for the first time you watch it to him, but it's like,
and then you don't want to ruin your enjoyment. That's the thing. Yeah. Understandable.
All right, time to get into my top 10. My number 10 is Wonder Woman Bloodlines. I actually enjoyed this movie. I think to a degree, yes, it doesn't necessarily really make... I wouldn't necessarily say it really... You have to watch this movie in order to watch Apocalypse War, because to be fair, this one's more like the movie that they do in between movies to kind of really set up stuff. But this really didn't set up anything. This was just more like the only thing that really shows up in Apocalypse War is her new attire, which is the classic Wonder Woman attire rather than the New 52 stuff. But man, I actually found this movie to be really good. I actually liked it. I like Wonder Woman fighting all the villains. I like the ending where, she was fighting Medusa. I like the conflict because it comes back at the end of the movie. I like Steve Trevor and Wonder Woman's relationship in this one. It's one of those movies where I think it was a lighthearted movie, but I think it works because of who it is. Because if this was a Batman movie and it was lighthearted, I'd be like, nah, this doesn't work. But with Wonder Woman, it actually worked. And I was actually it was very enjoyable. I liked the, what's her name? It's Silver Falcon or Silver Swan. Silver Swan, I actually liked her as a villain. I like the fight with Cheetah, and then the Manticore comes in. Overall, very, very strong movie. The end credits scene, you didn't really have to add in. You could have just put that in the movie itself. But overall, I actually enjoyed Wonder Woman Bloodlines. It was a very strong film. My number 9 is going to be Justice League Throne of Atlantis. Now, I think this movie, has a more consistent tone, and I do really enjoy overall just how much... This, again, was basically another origin story, but for Aquaman. I really liked Aquaman's origin story because, again, it's kind of like the Aquaman movie that we got, but they changed it up to where Aquaman's dad is actually dead, and, Black Mantas with Orm, and Cyborg's doing his thing. So it's basically like a sequel to Justice League War, which all these are a sequel to Justice League War, but this one's more like the direct sequel because of the after credit scene with Orm and stuff. This movie, I think, was very strong and it held its own. I liked, again, the characters. Wonder Woman and Superman are kind of a couple at this point. I did dig that a little bit. It wasn't my favorite thing ever. I still prefer Clark with Lois, but I did enjoy Wonder Woman and Superman's relationship in the movie. I actually really liked Orm. I think Sam Witwer did a fantastic job. I think the battle was great. I liked just Black Manta. I think he was badass. Overall, I would say this one was definitely is better than Justice League War. My number 8 is actually going to be Death of Superman. I know a lot of people might put this up a little higher. I actually have to put this a little low for me because this movie was more like part 1 to a overarching story. I think if you watch Reign of Superman and Death of Superman as one whole movie, I think it's fantastic. But for the first part, I found it to be kind of it's not really disappointing in the sense of I think it did a lot of things better. I like that Doomsday fought the actual Justice League here rather than the comics where he didn't. But I really wish we could have saw a little bit more of that because all we saw was just a few people just we saw clips, or not really clips, but it was very quick from what I've seen. Doomsday basically just defeated them very quick, and you don't really get to see that. And Batman's hurt, but you don't see how he got hurt. Just a lot of things I didn't like, but I did like Clark and Lois's little relationship here. I like that conflict, and it does get resolved in Reign of the Supermen, but again, not necessarily great in a way. It was good. I think the final battle with Superman and Doomsday was awesome, but that's really it for me. Like in terms of Death of Superman, is definitely a much better movie, but it's just I don't know how to really put it into words. It was more like disappointing, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But it's still good though. I still really like Death of Superman a lot. So when it comes out, it's still like very. I wouldn't say it's low, but it's high enough to where I feel like it's a fair thing. I would suppose. All right. My number 7 is actually going to be Batman: Bad Blood. I know not a lot of people really enjoy this movie. I actually found it to be actually pretty good, actually. I like Damian's like little conflict with Dick. I like the introduction of Kate Kane. Batwing was really cool. Talia, I like the Heretic, because again, Heretic was from the comics. I think Heretic being killed off, like kind of like not really early on, but like before like the climax of the movie was kind of like weird. But again, brainwashing Batman, that was an interesting idea that they brought back in Apocalypse War, but they did it better in Apocalypse War. The villain, I will admit, really wasn't that great. Talia was a strong villain, but for the most part, she really wasn't a threatening villain. I like that Dick became Batman for like this movie because again they were trying to take that from the comics as well. I like just the relationships of all the characters really kept it going. And it's actually to me actually very, I wouldn't say it's really underrated, but I would say it's better than what I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I was gonna go into this being like, oh man, I actually don't like this movie, but then I went, oh my god, like this movie is actually pretty good. The action in the movie was great. I like the opening where they were fighting Firefly, Moth, all these villains. There's so much I like about it. You know, it's just, to me, it's actually a very good movie that I find to be that it is underrated. So that is my number 7. My number 6 is actually going to be Son of Batman. Now, again, this entire universe, I consider it Damian Wayne, basically more about Damian Wayne, because Damian is the only real character in this universe that gets a whole lot of character development. He's not the only one that gets character development, but out of everybody, he gets the most. Because when you look at Damian Wayne in this movie compared to the other movies, he's a complete asshole in this movie. But that's the point. He's supposed to be an asshole because he even says he was never meant to be human. He was always meant to be a soldier, and he was basically a weapon. So he was never really able to go through what Bruce did, and that's kind of why I like the conflict here, because Bruce is the one that's more of a human, whereas Damian, he's more like a douche. And I like that Alfred's a sarcastic prick in this movie. Like, Alfred is just, his sarcasm is so good that it actually made me laugh a lot of times. Because there was this scene where Damian was attacking the shrubbery, and Alfred's like, look at what he's doing here, and he's like, I'm rooting for the shrubbery.
Yeah.
I like Nightwing in this movie. Even though Nightwing doesn't really do a lot, I think he still did enough to where I think he left a lasting impact. I really did enjoy the overall. I just really like this overall film. This movie, I think, works really well. I like Deathstroke. I prefer Deathstroke and Judas Contract over this movie, but I still found him to be very strong as a villain. The opening with the League of Assassins, I thought it was interesting, but I'm like, okay, part of me was like, all right, I don't really buy that they would immediately be mowed down with guns. I was thinking more like they would be able to give more of a fight.
Yeah.
But I understand that the point was to kill off Ra's al Ghul so that way you can introduce Damian to Bruce. The fight with Killer Croc was kind of cool. I like Damian again just being a lot more aggressive than Bruce ever was, and that again draws more so the line. This line actually comes back in the later movies where justice, not vengeance, and that's actually very key in the later films. But it was kind of more so introduced here. I don't remember if the line was necessarily there, but it was definitely more so brought back in the later films. I like that. The back and forth between Damian and Bruce is great because of the contrasting characteristics. Overall, very, very good movie. There's actually one other Batman movie on this list that I feel like the conflict between Bruce and Damian was a lot better. But I would say overall, Son of Batman was a very good movie. Definitely one of the best Batman films to date.
Mm-hmm.
My number 5 is going to be Teen Titans: The Judas Contract. Again, and I agree, this is probably the best thing that the Teen Titans have been in since the original cartoon. This movie was fantastic. The roster of the Teen Titans in this movie, I think, worked because it actually made sense. It actually was like a combination of like the original Teen Titans, but also you have like the names in there, like you have Nightwing, Starfire, Robin, Raven, Beast Boy. You had Blue Beetle. You even had Terra, who actually was in the post-credit scene for the Justice League vs. Teen Titans movie. So that was actually kind of nice tying that back into it there. Deathstroke, I actually found to be a better villain, and actually he was a lot more threatening here. The fight with Nightwing was awesome. Terra being kind of a turncoat was kind of predictable. If you watch the original cartoons, you know that Terra eventually turns on the Teen Titans and works with Slade. So it wasn't necessarily the most... I wouldn't say it was necessarily the most predictable thing, but it was definitely... I don't know how I would really put it into words, but it's definitely one of the more, I guess... It was predictable, but it works. And Brother Blood was also a villain in the movie, which I think Brother Blood was great. I like the tone. I think the tone, it was lighthearted, but at the same time, like, again, it was like it had a seriousness to it that I think it definitely balances it out. And just a very just strong movie. Great action. I like Terra's relationship with Terra's relationship with Slade and Beast Boy. I think that was great. Overall, though, very, very good stuff. And we got Jedi Bill in the house. What's up, Bill? Great to see you. Overall, very strong movie again. That's why it's my top 5. My number 4 is going to be Reign of the Supermen. I think this one was, to me, better than Death of Superman, in my humble opinion. Even though, again, I get why maybe some people would say Death of Superman is better, which I kind of understand where you would come from with that, but Reign of the Supermen was just awesome. I liked all the 4 contrasting Supermen. You have Superboy, who's kind of the asshole because Lex Luthor is, clone. You have Steel, who they introduced a few movies back. Then you had the Eradicator, which was revealed to basically be a robot. And then you have Cyborg Superman, who actually is revealed to be Darkseid's kind of Superman to invade Earth. This movie is kind of like the movie before Apocalypse War, where, again, like so much of this actually comes back in Apocalypse War to where you have to watch it in order to really understand. And that's why I say when you look at this universe as a whole, you have to watch every movie in order to understand what's happening, because if you skip like a certain movie and you watch Apocalypse War, you won't understand the full context of everything. So in Apocalypse War, at the beginning where Superman was talking about Doomsday and was talking about Cyborg Superman, it was actually like all in these 2 movies, where those 2 films really set up the movie itself. I think this movie overall was, again, very strong. I like the action. I like the ending. Black Suit Superman was great. Like, I'd say both parts of Reign of the Superman and Death of Superman was better than Superman Doomsday. Jedi Bill says he just watched Red Sun and enjoyed it. Yeah, Red Sun is really good. Red Sun is definitely is actually a very, very good movie.
Yes, it is.
Really good. But again, overall, man, I really did enjoy Reign of the Supermen. I think that it ties into Apocalypse War very well. I think Darkseid is still very threatening here. I would say this is definitely a very good setup to Apocalypse War. And even with the ending where basically Lex Luthor just joins the Justice League because of stuff, it was, I think that was handled really well, especially once we get into Apocalypse War. My number 3 is actually going to be Batman versus Robin. I actually found this movie to be a hell of a lot better than I thought. I thought it was just better. It was probably the best Batman film in this universe. I think the conflict between Batman and Bruce and Damian was, to me, this is a versus movie where it actually made sense because the conflict of Batman versus Robin was throughout the entire movie. Because the main conflict was that Damian doesn't understand why Bruce doesn't kill criminals. And Bruce is trying to trust Damian, but Damian's like, no, like, I want to do it my way. And Bruce is like, no. Because it's shown in the beginning where, like, Batman and Robin were going after not Toyman, but, like, it was the other guy. It wasn't Dollmaker, but it was... it was supposed to be for it was like Anton Dollmaker. It was Dollmaker, where basically Talon kills Dollcatcher, and basically freaking Batman freaks out at him, or Dollmaker, excuse me. Batman freaks out at him because he's like, dude, really? So he blames him. But then it's later revealed that, oh, nope, he didn't do it. And then so Talon is using it to manipulate Damian, basically saying how, in order for you to basically be better, you have to go cross a line that, your Batman won't cross. And you learn Talon's origin story. I like the stuff with Bruce in the Court of Owls. Like that sequence where it was like a hallucination sequence where Bruce sees Damian as Batman and Damian and like the, just Gotham's like burning in the background. Very, very good over there as well. I think that I like the battle between Batman and Robin. It actually, again, kind of goes back into Apocalypse War when Batman says, in the past I let you win, but I'm not going to hold back this time. And so it kind of is like, it kind of just shows that Batman and Robin, or like Batman was the better fighter out of the two, but I really just enjoyed this overall movie. This was a movie that the conflict actually was the entire film. I love this movie. I think this movie is definitely the strongest Batman film in this universe. The action in this movie was incredible. The plot was great. The characters are great. This movie to me is actually a movie that I'm going to go back to and rewatch a bunch of times because this movie was just great. So good. All right, my number 2 is Justice League Flashpoint Paradox. This was a very, very good adaptation of just the storyline itself. It gets every plotline that it needs to get. Barry goes back in time, saves his mom, but because of that, everything turns into a shit show. Thomas Wayne becomes Batman. Aquaman and Wonder Woman are at war. Cyborg's an agent. Superman is like a captured alien. And it's basically the end of the world. And Barry has to stop it, but Barry's also losing his memories of the previous timeline. This movie this was basically the introduction of this universe because Flashpoint ends up creating the DC animated movie universe timeline. It's a very well executed movie. I think the characters again are very well likable. Even though Thomas, he's a lot more aggressive than Bruce, you can tell like they're basically two of the same thing. I like just and especially the ending where Barry gives Bruce the letter with Thomas's signature on it. It was such a real. It was actually kind of emotional in a way where it's kind of heartbreaking, and it's more so heartbreaking in the sense of it's just sad. It's more so sad because of certain things, and I really did enjoy this. I just really enjoyed this movie. I think there's really not a lot I can say, and the post-credit scene basically sets up Justice League War, and it is, to me, top 2. But there's one movie that I think is better than the rest, and for a lot of reasons. And my number 1 is Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. This movie is, holy crap, the darkest film of this entire franchise, but it's the most disgusting, gruesome movie. But it's also kind of heartbreaking because when you watch all these movies and you now watch Apocalypse War, this movie was Darkseid obliterating the entire Justice League. This movie is fucking disgusting. Just the little, flashbacks where, Bruce or the Justice League were fighting the just going because they were sabotaged. And because they were sabotaged, you see Wonder Woman's arm getting ripped off, like Hal gets freaking massacred, Wonder Woman gets hurt, Wonder Woman got her arms ripped off, Green Lantern freaking dies, Shazam's leg gets ripped off, like Aquaman gets freaking just everybody gets massacred. Superman gets liquid kryptonite in his chest, which causes him to become just normal. Batman becomes mind controlled by Darkseid. Deshaun's got one question: how in the world did Batman not die? Because he's Batman, and also Darkseid is very smart, so he probably was. So he brainwashed Batman in order to basically, which makes sense because if you can't, get rid of Batman, you might as well join him. But I think this movie was very heartbreaking and emotional because of the fact that you've had so many of these movies and you watch these characters get basically murdered. Is upsetting. But, however, though, I think Darkseid is awesome in this movie. I think he's probably the most intelligent villain ever with this film because he does, in order for him to win, he basically was watching through Cyborg because, again, they were connected via the mother box. And to me, that was very, very just really cool the way they did it. Darkseid's a badass. You see him literally destroy Oa. The world's basically just gone to shit. Constantine's a depressed guy. Raven's kind of weakened because of Trigon, which they bring back from Justice League vs. Teen Titans, and Superman's still freaking weak, and everybody hates freaking Superman because Superman fucked up, and it cost billions of lives, and everyone's now turned into evil cyborgs for basically Darkseid's minions or generals. And Damian and Raven's relationship is at their strongest in this movie. I think it was a great payoff to their relationship. It was very, very good. And I think the action towards the end of Batman versus Robin was, again, just everything, especially with that dialogue, with Batman is actually really at his most threatening in this movie. He is fucking scary. This is why Batman, if Batman ever turned evil, we're fucked. Because even if, Darkseid didn't brainwash him, but if Batman was evil, he would destroy everybody. That's not even a joke. That's actually true. I think he would fucking obliterate everybody. And he literally just took out Robin, almost just, it wasn't even a fair fight. Robin just could not get a hit in.
Yeah.
That's just Batman doing it with ease. And then you finally see Batman snap out of it. And the way he snaps out of it made so much sense because, again, why did Batman become Batman? Was the death of his parents. So it was symbolic to have Batman hold a sword to Damian's neck. But you have freaking Batman, and then it just turns to Damian, and then it's like Bruce Wayne in the past, like, oh, that was so well done. And then Trigon shows up, and he's basically absorbed and he's combined with Superman, and freaking Trigon fighting Darkseid, and I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. And then freaking Lex Luthor was there, and there was like a bunch of Kryptonite, a bunch of Dooms. I was like, oh my god, this movie was insane. The ending, I think, was very poetic in a way because, again, you change the timeline. So basically, it doesn't end well. And even Constantine says it's not going to end well. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be better than whatever the hell happened in Apocalypse War. And Damian and Raven sharing their kiss was really emotional. And also having the Suicide Squad there with Bane and freaking Cheetah. Oh, man, that was great. Also, welcome, Zach.
What up?
Now, Zach, I'm
Hey,
gonna.
Zach.
That was basically my list, everybody. But Apocalypse War is my number one. But I want to get me and Android will give you the quick little recap of our lists, if that's okay.
Yeah, and for the record, I wasn't able to rewatch all of the films, so I wasn't able to make a list. But I do think I have a favorite anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can I quickly say something, though? This is actually kind of off topic, but this is big news now. Okay, so breaking news. The Big Hero 6 characters will be making their live-action debut in the MCU.
For real?
Yes.
That's interesting.
They just
Nah, it can't
announced
be.
that. No, they just announced that.
Can't be.
Zach Vision just sent tweets.
Basically, my list was Justice League Dark was number 15, then Suicide Squad Hell to Pay, then Batman Hush, then Justice League War, then Justice League versus Teen Titans, then Wonder Woman Bloodlines, Justice League Throne of Atlantis, Death of Superman, Batman Bad Blood, Son of Batman, Teen Titans The Judas Contract, Reign of the Supermen, Batman vs. Robin, Justice League The Flashpoint Paradox, and Justice League Dark Apocalypse War.
Okay, well, I will do my list. Okay, everything was just good, but not the best. Besides 4 movies, and those are...
I'm not seeing this anywhere.
What?
I'm not seeing it anywhere.
I'm seeing it from Zach Vision on Twitter. Alrighty? But, back on this thing. Alright, so Reign of the Supermen would be number 4. Then number 3 would be Batman vs. Robin. Then number 2 would be Apocalypse War, because that movie is God tier. And number 1 is the very first film that I saw ever that was animated, that was in the DC universe and DC realm. That would be Son of Batman. And everything else was just okay, but not the best. And I have an unpopular opinion with Flashpoint.
Yeah, tell me your unpopular opinion.
Oh, it's not the best movie. It's okay, but it's not as good as...
Dude,
people
I
say.
fucking love that movie.
Yeah, I'm with Zach on this one. It's so good.
It's in my top 3.
It's my number 2. I was, to me, like,
Oh,
because my list...
same.
My list is like, because my list isn't finished. Because the problem is with the list is that it was very hard because these movies are so good. I was like, oh god, I can't even freaking do the list. But my number I was really close to putting Batman versus Robin as my number 2 because Batman versus Robin was incredible, and to me, it's better than Son of Batman, just because of the conflict was a lot better. And I would even say it's the better versus movie in this universe.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think the issue with Justice League versus Teen Titans is that Justice League versus Teen Titans only happens for like 2 minutes, and the conflict is only really is just not there. Whereas with Batman versus Robin, their conflict was basically the entire movie.
Yes.
Funny story. Justice League versus Teen Titans is my number 1.
What?
Really?
Only
No.
because they got my favorite DC characters right. I was so happy to finally see good versions of the Teen Titans again.
I mean, I really liked. I think Judas Contract was a lot better, just because I think Deathstroke was just awesome, and also the Teen Titans were great.
That I will agree with.
And plus, Starfire, man.
Wow, I think Zach is a sim for Starfire.
Hey, aren't we all?
Yeah.
What's up, Kavari? How's it going?
I'm much more of a simp of Supergirl.
Nah, I mean, in
Starfire,
this
man.
universe, Starfire. Oh my god!
I mean, come on. How can you not watch these DCAMU films? Look at Starfire and think, damn, she fine as hell.
I mean, I was kind of like that with Wonder Woman when I was watching these movies because like, oh shit, you know, Wonder Woman was coming on screen. I was like, oh man, she's hot.
Raven is. Yeah, well, I'm a simp for Raven.
I mean, I like Raven, but
Oh
yeah, I like her though.
Starfire, man.
Better not go down there, Austin.
Starfire, man. I'm just like,
You be quiet, Zach. Nobody cares.
Oh man, though. But like but that's just one of the things I like about this universe is the way they were able to construct Damian and Raven's relationship.
Yes, that I will agree with.
And like, and also like, just man, but the one disappointing movie in my list, the movie that I was actually really most disappointed by, and there was actually a couple, was Batman Hush. And the biggest reason why is that the ending, the twist, just doesn't work. Because Riddler being Hush was like, really?
Riddler's my boy. Riddler's my boy, though.
Yeah, but as Hush, that was stupid.
for the record,
I agree.
I have not read the source, so I can only judge it as a movie, and I thought it was fine.
Well, here's the thing: the source material is different.
Well, I get that the source material is different, but they could have came up with somebody better than Riddler.
At least it was not Joker.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad it's not Joker, but they could have gotten somebody else. They could have made it like an original character. We had to go with Riddler.
A Arkham origin to me.
But if they really wanted to, they could have just done Ra's al Ghul. That would have made more sense.
That could have made more sense, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, Riddler knows Batman's secret. I'm like, hold on a minute. I don't think the Lazarus Pit can do that. I'm like, huh? Why is Riddler bald? And why does he have like a riddle on his head? Like, that was dumb.
Okay, yeah, the more that you just keep on pointing that out, yeah, that is dumb.
I'm like, okay, you have freaking... I think everything leading up to that twist was great. And I think that would have been better than Bad Blood. But the problem is, Hush was dumb. Riddler being Hush just really stupid. It made my brain... I was like, what is this?
That's probably another one of my least favorites in the series, next to the Justice League Dark.
Yeah, I didn't like Justice League Dark either. Actually, I also did not like the Suicide Squad Hell to Pay.
And my thing is, I like all the movies in this series, but it's only because I'm not familiar with the Justice League Dark material, so it was all too weird and out there for me. But I still enjoyed it.
My biggest problem with Justice League Dark is it was just too slow, and I just wasn't interested.
It was, to be honest. At point.
Also, but the reason why I didn't like Suicide Squad Hell to Pay is because like compared to the other movies in this universe, I found it to be a little too silly. And
But
the only other
the Suicide Squad, Austin.
well, I get that, but compared to everything else, though, it feels kind of like something it just doesn't really work.
It's like, what do you think? Even the theatrical version, like the Suicide Squad that we got, which was screwed up and a little bit bad, yes, that was goofy. How many other?
I like Suicide Squad. Okay.
No.
Well,
It's
I never said it was a
enjoyable.
bad movie. I like Bronze Tiger. I like the fact that they tied it into Flashpoint with Professor Zoom. I like the characters. It's just not a movie I'm gonna go back and rewatch because I just like the more serious stuff than I do than Suicide Squad.
I like the Suicide Squad Assault on Arkham or whatever the heck you said. Before.
Batman Assault on Arkham.
Yes, Batman.
Yeah, that was a better movie. I agree.
That one was good with it. So yeah.
But to a degree, I was actually kind of disappointed with the death of Superman, at least a little bit, because the fact that we didn't really see Doomsday beating up the Justice League, they only showed us, like, okay, he beats up Green Lantern and the Flash pretty easily. But then, like, you cut to Clark, talking with freaking Lois, and then you see Batman with a broken arm. You see basically Martian Manhunter being burnt, and the next thing you know, Wonder Woman's bruised. I'm like, wait, what the hell happened in between this? Did Doomsday just show up and, like, break his arm? Like, hold on a minute. How long? Like, I get that they're trying to do this in real time, but I don't know. I really just did not care for the fact that, but it was still a good movie. I think if you watch it, like, alongside with Reign of Superman as one whole movie, kind of like Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, it's a really good movie. And I do like that it ties back into the into Apocalypse War with Cyborg Superman and Darkseid literally appearing, and Darkseid was even badass in Reign of the Superman. He just showed up and was like, shit. I mean, I was like, damn, this was awesome. But I don't know, like, and actually, I will even say Batman Bad Blood was actually kind of underrated.
No, it wasn't.
It's pretty good.
No, it was fine. It was fine. I'm not saying it was bad. It was fine.
I think it's better than, because, like, it's not really talked about. Like, I kind of understand why, because it's not necessarily as good as the other Batman movies, but it's a solid movie that does stand out on its own. But I say that Batman versus Robin is actually the more underrated, because I know a lot of people talk about Son of Batman, but Batman versus Robin was excellent. I don't know. I think it was just because I like the Court of Owls more. That's probably why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was actually very good.
Yeah, I guess
Zach,
if I...
do you have, like, a sort of list that you can maybe
maybe a top 5 I could possibly do.
Okay.
all right.
My number 1, like I said, is Teen Titans versus Justice League. That was great. It's the most fun film on the list for me. The camaraderie is great between the characters, and again, it just made me so happy inside seeing the Teen Titans actually done right again. And again, Starfire. Yeah. Number 2 for me is probably Apocalypse War. Aside from the fact that there could have been an extra 5 minutes to just show that things are actually fixed, the characters are okay again, but still, it's a great movie. I loved it. Nevertheless, and it was a great ending to this series. My number 3 is probably going to be The Flashpoint, like the first film in this series. It was interesting to see all the different parallels with Thomas Wayne being Batman and all that different universe stuff. That was probably the best stuff in the movie for me. And I think this is the best Flash has ever been as a character in, like, any media. I loved him in this. Number 4 is probably Death of Superman. even though I thought they did his death right in Batman v Superman, the reason why I think this is better is because there were more films to develop his character, so we got to know him a lot more. So his death actually had more of an impact.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 5 is probably the Judas Contract. I'll try to make like an actual list of all 15 of them in the future, but if I had to do a top 5, those would probably be it. Like the best of the series for me.
All right.
And you know what's a lot more heartbreaking about Apocalypse War for me is because I watch these movies back to back, and then you watch Apocalypse War and you're just like, oh man, now we get to watch freaking everyone get murdered and massacred. I was like, fuck, I don't want to watch that. Like that's the thing about Apocalypse War is it's very uncomfortable, but that's
It
the
is.
point.
It is, and it's great though.
Is that this movie was basically about failure. Like that's kind of what The Last Jedi did. But what I like about this movie is that it's basically about failure. Like they failed, and they failed miserably. And because of that, everybody suffered because they fucked up. And then it was them trying to kind of fix them wrong in a way. And while it wasn't necessarily, no one really won or lost in the end, if you really think about it. Because if you want to be technical, like even though like Darkseid is beaten in the end, the world is still freaking coming apart, and billions will still die. So it's like, regardless, no one really won, no one really lost, because everything still had to be reset, and everything still had to be done in a way where it actually just was worked. So, yeah. I mean, but it was also very uncomfortable, especially when you got to like when they showed what happened when they got ambushed and like Wonder Woman's arm gets ripped off, Green Lantern gets like killed, like Aquaman gets cut in half, like
and my girl Starfire.
I was like, oh shit. And then dude, I was like so heartbroken when Nightwing got killed. I'm like, no, not Nightwing. You had to do my man Dick like that.
You know what's ironic about all that? Even out of all the people that died, the person who I think got it the worst was Superman.
No, he did. Because he literally got kryptonite freaking injected into his chest. And he was basically being tortured. And freaking Raven is like also being tortured by Trigon. And shit, Batman's mind controlled. Everybody else is freaking either dead or now General Darkseid. I mean, this was like freaking really dark and sad.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about the movie, that it's not that it leaves me feeling empty, but that's why I feel like I needed that kind of visual confirmation to show that Flash actually fixed everything at the end, and again, an extra few minutes to show everything's back to normal and they're all okay again. I'm that kind of guy.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I kind of agree with you to a certain extent, is that they should have done something like that, because that entire movie was like way too dark. And I really would have liked it.
It was great, but oof.
That it's just like, I agree that they should have maybe given us a little bit more to kind of, but I kind of get what they were going for, is that just because it necessarily that timeline ends doesn't mean like there isn't going to be any more problems. So
yeah.
So it kind of leaves it open-ended in a way, but at the same time, it resolves everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, oh gosh, because like it is, especially, and like I said before, when you're watching it like back to back, it's like you grow with these characters, and it's heartbreaking too, because like just as Raven and Damian finally get together, it basically just gets like wiped out. Like I still think to a degree, like if they could have showed them maybe like in the future a little bit. They didn't have to go like,
I wanted to see Starfire and Nightwing married, damn it.
I was like, shit. I was so upset when Nightwing died. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. My boy Damian lives and freaking Nightwing dies. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, and half of them are freaking cyborgs. Like, what the fuck?
And I'm pretty sure Alfred is dead, and I'm like, come on. I'm like, fuck, you gotta kill off Alfred too? and then you see freaking Batgirl getting like literally ripped apart by the Paradooms, and Batwing is killed. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, and Oa, literally, you see Darkseid literally just bring down lava down to Oa, and Darkseid and the Paradooms literally obliterated the Green Lantern Corps. And just when you see Jon Stewart try to like call upon the power one last time, the lava just burns him alive. I'm like, damn.
Oof.
Oh yeah. Austin, when you get done talking, you don't mind. I could do my list, right?
Yeah, you can do your list.
Oh, now?
Yeah, you can do your list.
Alright. Here today, this all 16 DC animated movie. So, coming number 16 is Wonder Woman Bloodline. I know a lot of people like this movie. I actually hate this movie. The movie got too many problems. Yeah, I understand why people might like the movie, but to me, I just hate the movie. Coming number 15 is that Constantine movie. I forgot it was a Constantine movie, an anime movie. When I watched it, I thought, well, okay, Batman, Brad Blood. I did not like the movie. I would put it number 14, but I never heard a Constantine movie came out, so that's why I put it number 15. Coming up 13 is Batman Hush. Same thing. I like Batman Hush, the movie, but I hate the part to it because Batman Hush is one of the first combos ever read. I know the way happened in the story and what became Hush was disappointing. I just did not like it. Number 12, Trinity Dark. Like the movie, but had too many problems I had with it. Number 11, go be Batman Robin. I like Batman Robin. Number 10, Trinity Throwing in. Same thing. I like that movie. Number 9, Trinity put the Teen Titan. At a big fan of the Teen Titan. I really enjoyed the movie, and I didn't like. Man, Starfire was fucking hot in that movie. So, And coming number 8, Teen Titan Jewel Contract. Thing again, before the Teen Titan with the Jewel Contract storyline. There was too many stuff in it because Damian Wayne did not was part of the Justice League. Part of the storyline, and Dick Grayson became Nightwing yet, but in this universe he did, so I had no problem with it. Coming number 7, Son of Batman, the Jordan movie. Number 6, Justice League War. I like Green Lantern in that movie. Green Lantern was funny. I know how the Justice League origin story came because this movie technically based on the New 52. They changed lots of stuff. Only thing they changed was they replaced Shazam they replaced Aquaman with Shazam. I had no problem with that. Number 5, Wait Superman. I feel like Wait Superman is a bootlegged version of Superman, but I still enjoyed the movie. Number 3, for Superman. Again, when Superman died, as a big Superman fan, as a Superman is one of my favorite superhero of all time. Way he died, disappoint me. Number 2 is Justice League Flashpoint. This is the second darkest DC animated film. So, and coming number 1 is Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. This movie, I watched the movie 2 times. I will never go back and watch it again because I was happy. I was enjoying the movie. The only why I'm not going back watching the movie again because it was so many brutal. All one of my favorite DC characters got killed. That's why I'm not going back watching the movie. And you look at the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, Darkseid technically Marvel Wap the Justice League and the Teen Titan and the Green Lantern Corps. So I'd say Tony Todd was good. He was a great choice to voice Darkseid in this. The guy who played Candyman, the Wizard of Candyman movie. So he was great. And also the movie told me apart. I like how Flash went back in time to fit everything. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I did. But Justice League Dark Apocalypse War number 1, and that is my list of all DC anime movie universe. What's the best?
Very, very nice. Man, dude, I that's just the thing with like Apocalypse War is that even though like it's like basically a year old at this point, it's just a very sad. It's like very sad and heartbreaking But the movie's really good though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And I can understand why you don't like Wonder Woman Bloodlines, but I really did enjoy the movie. I just like the relationships between all the characters. It's definitely a lighthearted movie, but I think it's kind of like Judas Contract, where it is lighthearted, but it's still serious enough to where I could actually be like, all right, this is like a DC movie, like this works.
Mm-hmm.
It's like with Suicide Squad, I felt like it was a little too goofy, but with Wonder Woman, I actually feel like it was like a nice blend of lighthearted stuff. Like I like the banter between her and Steve Trevor, but it was also very serious, and I like the conflict between her and and Queen Hippolyta. So all that was really well done. Like it's not my favorite DC animated movie, but when I rewatch it, I'm like, all right, this is it's very good, very solid.
And that's another point about Apocalypse War is that this is the reason why the Justice League versus Teen Titans is my number one, because I love Apocalypse War, but Justice League versus Teen Titans is a more fun and hopeful movie for me.
Oh yeah, fun fact: the guy who played Punisher in the Netflix film, he bought Trigon in that movie.
Oh shit!
Yep.
The Punisher voiced freaking Trigon.
Yep, from the Netflix one. Yep, that's actually true.
Oh my god, that's actually pretty awesome. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and the guy who played Candyman in the original Candyman movie, he bought Darkseid in Apocalypse War and Reigns of Superman.
Interesting. Very, very good though. I mean, shit. Oh no, actually, the guy who voiced Trigon in Apocalypse War was John DiMaggio.
Oh, I know that one, but one Jesse Lee puts the Teen Titans, the guy who played.
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I was like, wait. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think that, but I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But but it's that's also a good movie too. Like shit, it's very good. Shit, I think the John DiMaggio guy, he actually did Joker's voice in Under the Red Hood.
Ooh.
He's actually done a lot of these DC movies. Like he was in the first Wonder Woman animated movie. He was in.
I like that movie. I enjoy that movie.
All-Star Superman. He was in.
Oh yeah.
Saw on Arkham, Bad Blood, The Killing Joke, Batman and Harley Quinn, Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah.
Shit, man, he's in a lot of stuff. He's good. He also played Bender in Futurama.
Oh yeah. Speaking on All-Star Superman, I think All-Star Superman was a very good movie. I think a lot of people ain't talking about it.
Yeah. I actually think I will agree. All-Star Superman is actually very underrated as a film.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Shit. What am I gonna say here? Well, I guess I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit. Fuck. What other movie did I want to talk about? It was shit. I think I've already talked about most of them. Like,
can I mention that I think the Cruella movie is just going to be a massive Joker ripoff?
The what again?
Cruella?
Yeah, the new Disney film coming out.
I'm gonna be honest though. That Cruella movie looked too dark for a Disney movie.
Yeah, it's just going to be a Joker ripoff. Like, they saw Joker was a hit, and
nah, it's gonna be a bunch of play with off. But I am going to see the movie. I'm not going to say the movie will be bad or good because I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I came out yet. But to me, it looked like a bunch of play whip off. To me, it is.
Because that trailer was just a big mess.
I like the trailer. Oh,
I haven't seen it.
I'm gonna be
if you watch the trailer and you can tell right away, it's just gonna be a Joker ripoff. she's dumped on by society, so she goes rogue and whatnot. It's just fucking Joker all over again.
I'll go ahead and know that trailer was that gotta be the darkest Disney trailer I have ever seen. That trailer was dark. It was oh my god.
It was dark, but again, Joker trailers were dark.
I feel like this movie gonna try to do a Buzz to play with ball. To me it is.
Yeah. Maybe.
But the problem is that I hate Buzz to play, so I hope you don't be a whip on Buzz to play.
I mean, I'll see it, but not in the theater. Like again, I'm just saving my money for Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste my money. Like I'm just gonna wait till they all come on Disney Plus and I'll watch it. Because I'm already spending $15 on HBO Max, which is worth it, by the way.
So all they're gonna be in Disney Plus, or some they're gonna come in the movie theater? Yeah, all they're coming to Disney Plus. I'll go stay home watch it. I'm not going to no movie theater.
Shit. Well, it looks like Cruella's coming out on May 28th, but I don't know if that's a change or not.
May the 28th?
Yeah.
Sure, I'm gonna be at home watching that.
Oh shit! You know what? You know what's funny is like after I watched all like the DC anime movies, I wanted to read some some Damian and Raven fan fiction because I wanted closure. I wanted closure to them, which some of them are pretty good. Others are it's not necessarily.
I'll go beyond though. The first time I liked the Raven and Damian stuff, but when I saw Apocalypse War, I was like, yeah, that happy ending for them.
Interesting. Oh, Sour left too. Shit, what the hell?
So apparently, Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to end with a big cameo that will blow our minds.
Green Lantern.
It could be Green Lantern, but it could also be Martian Manhunter.
Well, I thought Martian Manhunter already in the movie because he probably on. Okay, but I think Green Lantern. But I still ain't hyped for the movie though. But I still think it'll be Green Lantern. I hope it be John Stewart, but more likely it'll be Hal Jordan.
Hell, it better be my girl Starfire.
Nah, they ain't. No, I don't think Starfire will be in there. Nah, you can have Starfire in a movie with no Teen Titan in the universe.
It's a 4-hour movie. They could put her in somewhere.
I mean, first off, Starfire in the movie, how she fit in the universe though? With no Teen Titan. So I don't know how that go work, but I think it'll be Green Lantern though.
It more than likely might be, but it's possible that it could be somebody else.
Or it could be Robin.
It may be Robin as well. I actually kind of want it to be Robin just because Ben Affleck is awesome as Batman, and I think he should have a Robin.
Yeah, the problem is though with Robin. Of course, Dick Grayson, he dead in the universe. Could be Tim, or it could be that girl, the girl Robin. I forgot her name.
I would probably do. Actually, I would either do Tim Drake or Carrie Kelly.
Yeah, that's her name.
But even then, I don't really. Well, actually, no. I think Tim Drake would maybe work a little bit. Well, no, I think Carrie Kelly would work a little bit more because of the Batman they're doing.
Yeah, I think Kelly makes sense. I never was a big fan of her in the comics, to be honest. But the problem is that she ain't the worst Robin though. The worst Robin is Stephanie Brown. Terrence Drake's girlfriend. That's the worst Robin.
I gotta say, my favorite Robin is probably.
Oh shoot!
The fuck?
I don't know what's going on. What happened?
What the fuck?
Now I don't know what's going on. They had internet problem, I guess. Well, oh, there you go.
I was
What
gonna say
happened?
is that my favorite Robin is probably Damien in these animated movies.
Oh yeah, Damien's awesome.
I'm gonna be honest. Damian Wayne used to be my number one favorite Robin, but when I thought of got into the Tim Drake comic book, I like Tim Drake my favorite Robin. Tim Drake did place the Damian Wayne my favorite Robin. I know
And
Jason Todd, but I like Jason Todd more at a red hood than a Robin. So,
I guess. And I might get Phantom Zone for this, but another one of my favorite Robins was Chris O'Donnell in Batman.
No, I
what?
agree.
You know
I
what?
didn't mind
I agree with you. You know what? I'm not even mad about that.
In Batman and Robin, he was a whiny bitch, but in Forever, I thought he was great. He had an actual story arc.
I did like the suit. I did like the suit in Forever. I get what Batman and Robin was trying to do. Like they were trying to give him like the Nightwing costume, kinda, but it just doesn't work for like Robin. And also the bat nipples thing kind of pissed me off.
Yeah.
The problem is with
no, you can go ahead, Sean.
The problem is with Chris O'Donnell, Batman. I mean, Robin was he looked too old. So you tell me this 15-year-old man, 15-year-old kid who technically a grown ass man, they'll be a Batman to get a doctor by Bruce Wayne. That don't make any sense, but you know, anything don't make any sense sometimes. And also, fun fact, Martin Wayne will go play Robin though.
Who?
Martin Wayne.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, he almost played Robin.
Interesting.
Yeah. We were gonna see Martin Wayne to play Robin.
That would have been interesting.
That will before Joe Schumacher came in. They were gonna do a Batman Forever movie with Tim Burton. Robert Williams will go play Riddler in the movie.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would love to see Robert Williams play the Riddler, but you know, stuff happened and R.I.P. to Robert Williams.
I think Robin Williams would have done a really good Riddler.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, man! I gotta tell you though, there's just a lot of great stuff that DC has. It's just kind of one of the things I don't like about like just certain people. Like they don't like give DC a chance because I think DC has a lot of great stuff. Like yeah, their movies really aren't that good. I agree with that, but at the same time, their animated movies are great, and just I would even say their video games are good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be honest. DC animation have been great. If whoever said Marvel animation have been good, I'd be like, excuse me, like what? Marvel anime is not close. It come any close to DC anime. I'm sorry, Marvel fan, but your Marvel anime movie trash.
I'll be right back, guys.
Alright.
That's perfectly fine. The Iron Man animated movie was actually not that bad. I remember enjoying it, but there's a lot of things I also didn't like either about it. Like I didn't like Mandarin. I just didn't really like the villains in the film. Like they did like all the other things greatly, but
Who remember that Planet Hulk movie? Oh my god.
man, that was insane.
Yeah.
All their all that stuff is. Oh, we got Love Me, Damn It.
I want to go off topic here. I know we ain't talking about WWE, but do you know that the Miz have made history?
How so?
He is the first WWE guy to become a 2-time Grand Slam champion.
How can you become a 2-time Grand Slam champion?
Well, don't ask me. You gotta WWE.
Yeah, let me look this up.
Yeah, he is a 2-time WWE champion. I will be honest though. They said that you have to win the champion multiple times. But the problem is that the Miz only won the United States Championship one time. So how he be a 2-time Grand Slam champion?
I don't know. That's actually a good question.
Like you can't call John Cena a 2-time Grand Slam champion because he never won the Intercontinental champion.
That is a good point.
Well, he never won the Intercontinental championship at all. So technically, John Cena not a Grand Slam champion.
Makes sense.
Like Wolverine, like you could call. Well, no, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Absolutely.
Like Seth Rollins, you could say Seth Rollins a 2-time Grand Slam champion. But the problem is that he only won the WWE Championship once and the United States Championship once. Yeah. Like, to be honest, like, how the Miz is a 2-time Grand Slam champion, but he never won the United States Championship like multiple times, twice. That don't make any sense, but well, in WWE. So.
Yeah, that just doesn't really make a lot of sense. I don't know if it's just I don't know if it's because he did something in like a press way. I don't know. I that's just kind of something that doesn't really make a lot of sense in a way.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, if they can figure it out, they can figure it out, I guess.
Well, at least he made history.
Yeah. Miz makes history. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Very interesting. Shit. What kind of time are we looking at? I'm gonna give the 15-minute warning, so because I'm gonna end it around 8 o'clock.
All right.
So I don't know, like what is it? I don't know what else to really talk about here because
I guess I give a fun fact. Fun fact: Tar Harder almost played Finn in Force Awakens. There you go.
Interesting.
And thank God that it happened.
It's kind of weird, but you know, hey, yeah, that'd just be weird.
Yeah, that would be weird. And also, Zack Snyder want to do a Batman and Lord Name romantic story in his universe. So that would be well in his universe. So
yeah, it is. Shoot. What the hell do I want to talk about? Shit, I can't think of it.
you know what? I got something to talk about. What about that new Joker? They sent a new picture of the Joker.
Oh, the new. Is there a new Joker?
No, the Zack Snyder Joker.
Oh, there's a new picture out? I didn't know that.
Yep. They call him the Joker Jesus. Now, because he like a Jesus Christ thing, or he hated. Like, they just name something. I don't even know. Now they call him the Joker Jesus. Like, what? Come on. And also, the new Superman TV show on CW come out tonight, so I might watch that. I give that a chance.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it come out at 12. Oh, well, it come out tomorrow, but tell you that shit tonight. And also, there another WWE question. They said that there's a plan for WrestleMania. going to be Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. So it looks like the Miz ain't gonna hold the title that long.
I mean, I'm not surprised, to be completely honest. I think Miz is going to drop the title. I think he's going to drop the title at the next pay-per-view.
5-9.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, necessarily where they would. I don't know who he's going to drop it to. I think it's possible that he could drop the title to. I would say he'll more likely drop it to either Drew or Bobby Lashley, and then he's going to lose to someone.
Yeah. And also,
actually, I would actually rather Bobby Lashley win the title, to be honest with you.
Me too.
Not that I hate Drew McIntyre, but I want to see Bobby Lashley win the title.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Again, I really don't know where to. I don't know what. That's the problem. Is like I don't really know what I want to.
You know what? I got something. I know you had the name of the champion. I mean, back to your channel. How about them Cleveland Browns?
Oh, you mean the best team ever?
The best team in the division. Yeah, second best. Well, technically, the Browns is a top team anyway in the NFL. Technically.
I mean,
I'm gonna be honest though. Y'all had a chance to beat the Chiefs in the playoff though. I'm gonna be honest. If Patrick Mahomes did not play that game, he had a concussion. He always had a concussion, and he did not play that game. I bet y'all will win that game.
We probably would have.
Yep. It'll be the first time y'all going to the conference championship. 1990 something. I forgot. But I know he was in the 90s.
Oh yeah, that would be like that would have been awesome. But you know, hey, we did as well as we could.
Yeah, y'all did have a good season though.
Yeah, we did. We had probably we had our best season in a long time. So
y'all had the best season since 2004. Wait, no, 2004.
Hey, I mean, I'll take it.
Well, y'all almost made the playoffs 2009. No, 2008 y'all almost made the playoff. Y'all went 10-6, but y'all didn't make the playoff.
And hey, you know, all we need is my boys OBJ, Baker, and Chubbs, and we'd be all set.
Big on Baker Mayfield. I feel like Baker Mayfield getting hate too much.
He does. He's actually not that bad.
Because in first year, everybody played him so much, thinking about he gonna be the best quarterback in the NFL. In the second year, they said, "Oh, he trash. He can't take the team to the playoffs." The problem with Baker Mayfield is he didn't have no good coach. First year, they had Greg Williams. I still think Greg Williams should have been your head coach, but whatever. Next, you hired Freddie Kitchen as your head coach. Oh gosh, Freddie Kitchen. Y'all should have made the playoff that year.
Yeah.
And y'all hire what his name? Kevin Shabetti, that his name?
I'd say something like that.
And he took y'all to your first playoffs in 2002. So he definitely deserved Coach of the Year.
I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah. And y'all gonna be back in the playoff too. So
I hope we're back in the playoffs.
yeah. I mean, I have it for my Chargers. We got a new coach. We got a franchise quarterback. Man, we're going to playoff next year. We're going to the playoff next year. I'm gonna be honest though. Will you be mad if you get Deshaun Watson and they trade Baker Mayfield for Deshaun Watson?
yes, I'd be very upset.
I could be on though. If they would do that trade, that could be the worst trade ever. Because you technically traded 2 franchise quarterbacks for no reason. That's why I think Deshaun
Exactly.
Watson. That's why I think Deshaun Watson should go to the 49ers. Deshaun Watson to the 49ers? Oh my god. And the same thing with the Carolina Panthers. I mean, you go trade a quarterback. You go trade a franchise quarterback for you go trade a franchise running back for a franchise quarterback. If you even get Deshaun Watson, that could be the best player on the team because who you got on that team?
Exactly.
So I mean, all I'm gonna talk about really.
I mean, we got 7 minutes left, so we'll figure out something. I don't know. Shit. That's now it's just dead air at this point because I don't know what to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, what we talked about? I mean, we could end it here, but Zach isn't back yet.
You know what? I want to talk about one division. Shoot, freak it.
All right, shit.
Shoot, you know what? I think that Nightmare got something to do with it, or Mephisto, because is Nightmare probably the main villain in Doctor Strange 2?
He'll more than likely he might be.
Oh.
Same time though, I could possibly see. I could see either Mephisto or Nightmare. I would say Nightmare would probably be the one, but all I gotta say is I don't think Agatha is the only one involved.
Yeah. I think it could be Nightmare because you want to put Nightmare in the NBA. I mean, I'm like, God, I did NBA. Oh my God. I mean, one division. In Doctor Strange 2, that's the perfect way to introduce him in one division because it want to be in Doctor Strange 2.
I think so.
Well, there you go. So introduce Nightmare in this, and he be the main villain in Doctor Strange 2. So that I would do it. That I would do it. Because I don't think the first time I said it, Mephisto might be. But when I think about it more, when I would think again, I thought it could be Nightmare. Because Nightmare probably the main villain in Doctor Strange 2. So it made perfect sense you introduce him in one division.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Wonder if Zach is back yet. No, he's not back yet.
And also they could introduce the Fantastic Four in one division.
Oh, maybe.
I feel like that is very possible.
That'd be.
I didn't know that they probably have like a Luke Skywalker moment. So I could say be the Fantastic Four like be Richard, but it most likely will be Doctor Strange if they have like a Luke Skywalker moment.
Yeah, it'll probably be Doctor Strange if they're setting up Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people say, "Oh, it's gonna be Tobey Maguire Spider-Man." That don't have Tobey fit in this. Have Tobey fit in one division. That don't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be. Yeah, it's more than likely not going to be. It's not going to be Maguire. I think it's just going to be
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it's going to be Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
More than likely, at least.
Yeah. I don't know too much about Africa the Witch, but I don't know too much about her character though. I heard that she a witch or something, but well, of course she ain't Africa the Witch.
Pretty much, in a way.
I don't know too much about her, like Nightmare specifically. So I don't know too much about her.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I apologize, everybody, if we're coming off as a little awkward at the moment, but it's because we don't really have much to talk about. I gave the 15-minute warning a little bit ago. We got about 2 more minutes, so if anybody wants to say anything, you're free to do so.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yep.
Shoot. Crap, what was I gonna say? Damn it, I forgot again.
I don't know why about it. I got nothing to talk about.
Want to thank everybody who came into the chat. Want to thank Deshaun, Sour, Kavari, Jedi Bill, the Gilk Man, Thomas Gilkey, for showing up today. Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, Keisha got one more time to go. I can't even see it.
Which one has to go? Wonder Woman 1984, BVS, or Justice League?
Oh,
well,
no,
seeing as how I have not seen Wonder Woman, this one's tough. I'll say Justice League because that's not even the movie that we were supposed to get. So
I am not gonna win the 11984 because I actually enjoyed the movie. I think 11984 this is a hot take. I know people gonna get mad at me, but I think 11984 is better than Avengers Infinity War. So we ain't talk about that. And BBS, I mean, of course I hate the movie. You know what? I say BBS. BBS gotta go. They should never get a BBS movie anyway. So I said BBS. I keep John Reader just in me. So BBS gotta go.
all right. BBS. Very, very nice. Zach, what about you? Which one has to go?
Well, I already know he gonna choose 11984, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
Which one's it gonna be? Okay.
Well, he said the 11984 because he hates that movie, so.
All right. Well, I guess that about wraps it up for tonight. I want to thank everybody again for coming into the chat. Gonna let everybody go around the panel to everybody where they can find themselves at. Sean, where can they find you at?
You could find me on my YouTube channel, D. Sean Wiggins, with the Superman movie. The guy who like 11984, the guy who said 11984 is better than Avengers Infinity War, but we ain't about to get into that. But you can find me on my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Robert Thorne, Dick Silver, and on Saturday, I'll be doing watch party. I don't know which watch party it's gonna be, but I hope you two don't block my stream like they did last Friday while I was live streaming. So I hope they don't do that. That'd be hit. And also make sure you subscribe to my channel.
All right, very nice. Zach, where can they find you? Where can they find you at? You know what? I will do it for them.
Oh.
You guys can find me on my own channel, Zach Gaxiola, where I have over 80 subscribers, looking to get to 100. Definitely would appreciate it. I do streams as well. Have a bunch of people on.
So go check me out. Also, go check out everybody out. You can find me on Discord at Zach Gaxiola, and you can find me on Twitter at Zach Gaxiola. All right.
Also, I like Tom Drama.
Oh yeah, I gotta do something like that, don't I? I like Total Drama, and I like Dareth, and I like
the X-Men franchise.
X-Men. I love Halloween. I love everything. I'm Dareth. Shit. All right. Yeah, I'm the Osnator. You guys can find me on my own YouTube channel. Basically the one you're watching right now. I'm trying to get to 150. If you guys have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. I basically do a bunch of streams. I do a stream on Sunday called Shadoweye where this week we just ranked the DCAU films and then talk a little bit afterwards, and I'll do something next week. Monday you can find me or tonight you can find me on JJK Lloyd 3827 channel for randomness at its finest. Sunday you can find me on the Real V3000 Chris Knight's channel. You can find me on Saturday for Splash Talk, where we read fan fiction. Friday you can find me on we're doing a live discussion on Friday, so please go check that out. Also, basically, you can find me everywhere. Occasionally, you can find me on LGG Pixels backstage on Geeks Enjoy Nerdotica. I have Twitter at the Osnator17, so if you're going to be updated on when I'm going to stream, you can always check me out there. Also, I'm going to be going back into I'm going to go into Arkham again, so that'll be tomorrow at some point. Shoot, I think that's about it. Zach, is there anything else you would like to say? I love X-Men. I love Dareth. I like Ninjago Season 7. I like X-Men Origins Wolverine. And I like a lot of things. So I'm Zach Gaxiola. Zach is still not here. No, we're just gonna play the chair game until Zach comes back. We got 2 minutes till we had 2 hours, so I guess we'll go for a couple more minutes just until Zach comes back. Maybe I'll do this. I don't know what the hell is going on anymore. Oh shit. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, guys. I don't know what's happening. Oh, there we go. We're back to normal. Looks like one more minute before you hit the 2 hour mark. Zach, we're wrapping up. So if you can hear us, we're gonna end it in a bit.
Oh yes, Keisha, yes. I know you will enjoy the movie. I told you, do not listen to the people who hate Woman 94. Watch the movie by yourself, and you will enjoy it. Thank you.
I haven't seen the movie per se, so
yeah, I have seen it, so I can't say he might hate it a little bit, but he might got some part of it too. But thank you. I'm not the only one like Woman 94. Thank God. Oh.
Oh, I put myself in full screen. All right, now I'm back in regular screen.
That movie get too much hate.
All right, Zach is still not here. Wonder what's going on. I'll give him 5 more minutes. Well, actually, no, I'll give him like 2 minutes. Then we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Because he might just be a little late.
Yeah.
I'd say just a tad bit late. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jose. I don't know what the hell. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. Tell you the truth.
When am I gonna get my own season?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I don't watch Ninjago, so I don't know.
yeah, you
I'm
might
the
get
most loved character in the series. Where's my damn season?
The last time I Ninjago,
you might get your own season never.
That's not soon enough.
Well, it's gonna be as soon as it'll ever be.
People ship me and Nia. Ain't that credit enough? Where's my own season?
I
I'm
think
sick of being a side character.
I think the only person that ships you and Nia is you.
You've been inside my closet, haven't you? Oh shit! Shouldn't have said that.
Big on Ninjago. How y'all watch Ninjago? I don't even know how to watch it because I want to get back into watching it.
It's because it's the greatest thing in the history of ever. All because I showed up.
The last time I watched it was 2013. So I don't remember you in 2013.
I'm the brown ninja.
Isn't the color brown shit?
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
Isn't the color brown basically the color of a UPS
La, I can't hear you. I don't need this crap. I'm in league with the actual ninja, damn it.
I don't think you are. Have you ever had actual training?
How do you explain the fact that I have my own mojo dojo?
I think anybody can have their own mojo dojo.
That means I have training, that I'm the best of the best.
It just means that you bought your own certificate.
They wouldn't have defeated the Overlord in Season 2 without me. I'm
they probably could have.
No, they couldn't have. I'm important.
They probably could have, you know.
Even Sensei Wu says they couldn't have done it without me.
I'm pretty sure he did not say that.
Ask him yourself.
I will ask him myself once I see him, but you know, I don't have his number at the moment. I think he changed phone numbers. I think.
Yeah, because for some reason he said I wouldn't stop bugging him. Jerk.
I understand how he feels.
Dude, where's the love for me? The subtitle itself says it. Love me, damn it. Love me.
Damn it.
You hear me, networks? I want my own season. ASAP.
I don't know.
I think I deserve it. I've been with them since Season 2. Where's my respect? I demand a little respect.
I mean, you want to know why people don't really give you respect?
Dareth, what the fuck are you doing? Hey, stop it! Stop it! Stop! Stop! Stop it!
Is everything okay over there? Is everything okay? Everything going okay over there?
You get the fuck in the corner and think about it and think exactly about what you did. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Yeah.
He didn't give you too much shit, did he?
Nah, he was just annoying.
I feel you. No, you,
I got. Oh yeah.
no, you shut the fuck up.
I got
No,
seen
no,
the new. Got me. I got seen the new Walk TV show.
Not yet.
I have not seen it, but I hear some good reviews though.
Oh yeah, I mean you get your boy Sam in there, and
Who's Sam?
the actor who plays Sam's Jared Padalecki from Supernatural.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he plays Walker in this.
Oh, Walker. I have not seen Walker at all.
Yeah, it's a reboot of Walker Texas Ranger, the Chuck Norris show.
But I heard mixed feelings about this show. I heard that people like it, people hate it. So I'll go to watch it, but I heard like mixed feelings about it. So
Gareth, what the fuck? Ow!
We are gonna try. I do want to wrap this up, Zach. So if you can you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Oh, my channel?
Yeah.
Well, y'all can find me on my channel, Zach Axiola. And I just uploaded a Wrong Turn review. And we had a recent live stream discussing the long-awaited return of Total Drama. So those were a lot of fun. In a couple of days, I'm going to be filming a ranking of all 7 Wrong Turn movies to be released the day the movie actually comes to DVD. So that'll be a lot of fun to do because honestly, I have not revisited a lot of the Wrong Turn movies in years, and I've heard people, especially the 5 and 6, are like the worst. So
wait a minute, hold on. You did Wonton?
Yeah, with the Formed, Hillbilly, Cannibals.
Oh, I see all their movies. I see all their films.
Yeah, they did a remake, which is drastically different. But yeah, I am going to be doing a ranking of all those movies because of the event that the new remake came out. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, okay.
And in March, I'll be doing my Fox X-Men ranking series that's kind of become highly anticipated for a few of us. So, or I guess it has been. But so yeah, that'll be the mainline X-Men films, the 2 Deadpool films, and New Mutants. 13 films, one big list. It'll be a fun night.
Very, very nice. Me and Deshaun already got through our stuff. All right, so that's it, guys. We ranked all the DC anime movies, and then we just did a bunch of other stuff afterwards. So another very good episode of Shadoweye. I appreciate everybody for showing up. This is the Osnator, Zach and Deshaun signing out. See you later.